I think if people could really grasp the power of the internet, they would drop everything they're doing right now today and learn as much about it as they could. There's 1.5 billion users on the internet right now.
Is made up of the 4 different people who make up the world of business. So my rich dad said, in the world of business, there's E's, and E's stand for employees. An employee, he says, you can always tell who they are by their core values, and what the employee, whether the president or the janitor of the company, will always say the same words. The words are, I'm looking for a safe, secure job with benefits. That's what makes them an employee, because their core values are security. The other one of the 4 is the S, or the small business owner or the self-employed. And again, their core values will cause them to use the same words, which are, if you want it done right, do it by yourself. S means they're also solo. They're generally one-person act, or they operate by themselves. On the right side of the quadrant are the B's. And what Rich Dad said the B stood for was big business, or like Bill Gates. Forbes defines big business as 500 employees or more. And their words are different. They say, I'm looking for a good system, a good network, and the smartest people I know to help run my business. So they're unlike the S. They don't want to run the company by themselves. They want smart people to run their companies for them. And then the 4th of the quadrant is the I, and I stands for investor. These are people who have money work hard for them. These people are people who have people work hard for them. And these are the people that work hard for the rich here. So early on in my life, it was my poor dad who always said to me, you know, Robert, go to school and so get a high-paying job. And so my poor dad's core value was to be an employee. He wanted job security, promotions, a steady paycheck, and all this. And so it was my rich dad who said to me, he says, you know, Robert, if you really want to be rich, learn to build businesses. It made more sense to him to work hard to build a business, something you owned, and something you could pass on for generation to generation to your kids. Whereas my poor dad said work hard, but my rich dad said, why would you work hard for something you'll never own and you can get fired from right away? Again, that was the difference in values. So my rich dad suggested I learn how to be a business owner and learn how to be an investor. And that's one of the big differences. On this side of the quadrant, these people here work for security. They work for money also. On this side over here, their key value that they want is they want freedom.
Being at the event with Carbon Copy Pro, with Jay and Aaron, I mean, what they have created within this industry, because having been in sales and business for the last 15 years, knowing what it really takes to make it in this industry, with the 10, 12 hours a day, every single day, you know, on the phone or in person, to be able to have a system like Carbon Copy Pro 2 years ago when they first founded it, and I was able to do it and was able to enter in and had my first big month. I mean, I really understood the leverage. Their vision, 100 millionaires, what they're doing to get back to everyone is kind of how I've always lived my life and what I've always wanted to do. So to be able to do that on the internet to 1.5 billion people in 12 different English-speaking countries and be able to have it run for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week is the reason I felt like there was a real turning point with Carbon Copy Pro, because we're trying to move more into an educational company, an internet marketing educational company. There's always a level of skepticism for most people on the internet. They don't really believe. And so if you can give something like education, knowledge, something that, you know, again, they can take and use for their own benefit, then they're going to get that, and they're going to, you know, trust you a little more. A lot has to do with being ahead of the curve and being up to date every single probably month or every single week. There's always some new technology coming out. The internet's kind of a fickle place. It's always latest and greatest. People get on, they're looking to find a solution to their problem. And so those solutions always have to kind of be revamped, or they have to be kind of evolved to some degree, and we're always trying to stay ahead of the curve. And that's what's great about the internet, because you have such access to information that you can decipher a lot more information a lot quicker. So when you do something once on the internet, it stays on there for years or months. So if you do something once in a marketing arena or strategy, then essentially you can continue to get paid over and over and over again for years. Where most people are used to trading time for money. They have to go to work, get their hands dirty to put dollars in their pocket. Where the internet, it runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week while you're doing other things. And that's one of the reasons why I love Carbon Copy Pro. I've been in business for 15 years, been in a lot of sales organizations, seen a lot of people come and go, the burning bridges, I always say if you burn enough bridges, you end up on an island. So what I love about Jay and Aaron is they never burn a bridge. They always do the right thing. They always make the right choice. That's what we're trying to do within Carbon Copy Pro, is to get people to realize who they really are, their true potential. And I think that if you can get people to realize that anyone can be a leader, then you found something special. My best numbers was $120,000 in a month was my best numbers, and consistently it's probably 75 to 95 on the average. When you find people like Jay and Aaron, Andrew, our management team, people who are so like-minded, having, like I said, been on the planet for 36 years and met a few people and seen a few things, to finally find 4 or 5 people in your life that you have that much of a connection to, that much of a bond, that much of a, a vision for the future. You don't want it ever to stop. You don't ever want it to go anywhere. So you want to stay there and stay focused and move forward on the same, track or trail or, road that they're going on. And so for the foreseeable future, I plan on being right next to these guys, driving the boat right beside them. So for Carbon Copy, that's what we do.
For millions of people every day, the rat race is a reality. Recessions, bailouts, Ponzi schemes, job loss. When times are tough, when times are most dire like they are right now, it's actually the time where the most opportunities are available too for entrepreneurs who want to act upon it.
I was working a dead-end job that I hated. I was working 50, 60 hours a week.
I was working like 10 hours a day, go straight to my second job. I'd work till like 3 o'clock in the morning. I never got any sleep. I wasn't making any money. It was a grind.
If there's anything good that's come out of this, global downturn in the last 2 years, it forces people to go inside. Forces them to go inside and start to rely on themselves. And I believe that everyone's got a little entrepreneurial spark.
Carbon Copy Pro teaches you how to sell anything to anyone, anywhere in the world. We want to teach you how to leverage things like the internet, things like Twitter, MySpace, Facebook. I think if people could really grasp the power of the internet, they would drop everything they're doing right now today and learn as much about it as they could. There's 1.5 billion users on the internet right now. This is a wallet that is bought.
You could buy an entire line of luggage for what you spent on that little wallet. But you know what? That's the power of a brand.
We want to teach you how to build your brand, You Inc.
Carbon Copy Pro is an incubator for entrepreneurs because it provides entrepreneurs with everything they require for success. Systems, training, resources, tools, and community. To be part of other people's success and empower other people to have success is why I do what I do.
I really believe that Carbon Copy Pro is the razor's edge that separates the good from the great.
Hi, I'm Listenby, and I'm from Houston, Texas. I worked for 15 years in the corporate world as a software designer. I have a BS in computer science. Before my job was thankfully outsourced to India. Why do I say thankfully? I say thankfully because I've now exceeded my corporate salary and I work from home or wherever I want with my laptop and cell phone. In fact, here's a few pictures of some of the things I've done in the past year since I joined Carbon Copy Pro.
Plants a kiss upon my face. Oh, your love. Oh, your mystery undefined colors are.
Because of the Carbon Copy Pro marketing system, the financial education I've received from our partner company, and the internet marketing training and skills I've received here, I'll never have to go back to corporate America. Thank you, Carbon Copy Pro.